Good evening, I'm Larsen Halleck. I'm best known as the fitness and nutrition writer for Return of Kings, as well as the proprietor of my own website, thebarbaricgentleman.com. I've come to you today not to instruct or review, but to rant. A vlog, as the kids say nowadays. Normally I don't do internet drama, but something came up that begs my response. I have my first organization of haters, or semi-organized rather. The Hapas board on Reddit, a board that I don't read on a website I don't use, apparently took umbrage with an article I wrote titled A Polite Letter to Asian Men, an article where I linked to a wonderful little ray of bandwidth sunshine titled Longing for Death. The moderator of that forum, who goes by the handle Eurasian Tiger but frankly comes off as a bit more of a pussy, decried me as a red pill autist before admitting that my blog post was surprisingly deferential. First of all, I like how I posted that article in October 2016, and you're only noticing it now in February 2017. It must be that yellow tar brush clouding your mind and keeping you from the situational awareness of a white man. Secondly, Junior, I have some advice for you. If you so desperately want to cut the gook out of you, and I know you do, here's a knife. Why don't you come over here and do it for me? Red pill autist? Really? Autism spectrum disorders have two major symptoms: deficiencies in social interaction and a narrow and repetitive field of interests and activities. My website goes out of its way to teach people how to interact socially, which is just one of 16 fields of human endeavor, which can be further subdivided into probably close to 100 different fields. Longing for Death, on the other hand, has exactly one topic: whining about how being half white and half Asian hamstrings you the second you come out of your mother's snatch. In the articles in which he denounces white men who sleep with Asian women, shows the stunning ignorance of the most basic social functions. Yeah, narrow interest and social incompetence. I'll take things autistics do for 500, Alex. But let's cut to the meat of the matter, ladies. You said that my criticism of the Hapa blogs, which my article actually wasn't, by the way, was surprisingly deferential. And yeah, I suppose it was deferential. I mean, I usually try to be respectful to the weak and the mentally ill. What exactly did you want me to do? Be enraged that there's a subculture of half-Asian people who spend all their time cursing their existence? A subculture that I didn't even know existed until recently, and apparently I'm the only Hapa to not fall into this lugubrious circle jerk and be a well-adjusted adult? Whoops, too late. Yeah, I'm shocked and appalled, believe me, but apparently I'm the only person in this non-existent demographic that can control his own emotions and not be a sniveling pissant. I left my whiny, mopey, wearing my heart on my sleeve days back in high school, which is also where I left my whiny, racial resentment politics. Yeah, like I said, I'm one of you. I've felt the same anger you feel, the same resentment you feel, the same feeling of being hamstrung by your Asian half. And yeah, that is what you feel. Don't you even dare try to say otherwise. In fact, since we've already gotten the metaphorical meat of the matter, let's cut a few inches deeper and get straight to the beating heart of this issue. Your Asian and white resentments and mental clusterfuck are entirely based in sexual frustration. Yeah. Don't bring up any white privilege BS or all that other social justice crap that doesn't affect you at all, and you know it. Frankly, it doesn't affect fully Asian people one goddamn bit either. And yes, I am implying that all Asian American resentment is just sexual frustration. You know how I know? Because I was you. I'm being sympathetic to you. It may not seem like it, but I am. I too had your same problems. I felt that my dark hair and epicanthic folded eyes would doom me to a life of involuntary celibacy. I too was tempted by the siren song of social justice, but I overcame it with a lot of reflection and work and contemplation. I overcame it. Yeah, I'd sure like to help you through on my same path, but I can't. If only there was some sort of, website that was well on its way to being a complete dossier of how to be a proper man. Oh wait, there is a website like that. And it can help you, because it was made by me, somebody who was in the trenches. Fuck the self-pitying Hapa blogs, and fuck anyone who reads them. Word of advice, kids. If there's anything that makes a woman's vagina clamp shut, it's listening to a pathetic Zeta male crying about the agony of his existence. And before anybody says anything, no, I don't hate Asians or hate my Asian side. I just hate self-deprecating, navel-gazing cunts. You, the presumably Eurasian viewer, if you have any testicular fortitude in you, ask yourself, who do you want to represent us on the internet? That faggot at Longing for Death who spends all his time whining about how his race holds him back and he can't do anything? Or yours truly, apparently and disappointingly only yours truly, who is not perfect and has never claimed to be, but has dedicated his time to improving himself and others. This is literally the active yang and the passive yin, men of the East. I'm Larsen Halleck, and I'm slapping beta males upside the head because it's the only way they'll learn. And I know from experience.